Smart Guessing by Overlooked Tutorial Academy. We've all been there, you know, utterly clueless about which answer to choose for question number, 37. Here are a few ideas that might help you. First and foremost, the answer to one question on a test is sometimes given away in another question on the same test. There's a lot of information there. Remember it as you go along and use it to your advantage. Now, about true and false questions. First, if you are unsure, select true. It's more often correct than false. And second, remember that if any part of a statement is false, the entire answer is false. On to multiple choice questions. Alright, if you see any of these words, all, every, never, in no case, in every case, or anything like that, that answer is probably wrong. But words like often, seldom, probably, they are often the right answer. Then there are answers that are either impossible, for whatever reason, or unrelated to the question. They are usually wrong. Especially watch out for alternatives that are true, but have nothing whatsoever to do with the question that was asked. What if you see two answers that are exact opposites? Usually one of them is the correct one. Or on the other hand, not opposites, but two answers say the same thing. In that case, they're both wrong. You can have two that are wrong on a multiple choice question, but you can't have two that are right. Right? Alright, another case. Two answers have the same word or phrase in them, or two really similar sounding words, like subordination and subrogation. Probably one of them is the right answer. And if you have three or more of the answers to a question that deal in different ways with a single concept, probably one of them is right. The instructor won't waste 3 out of 4 or 5 alternatives on a single incorrect concept. In this case, he or she most likely wants you to discriminate among the details of those answers. And now some more general tips. Answer the questions on any test from the lecture and the class reading. Don't base it on some other thing that you know. Stick to that class's definitions and concepts. Don't argue with a question in your head. It's just a waste of time. Just read it at face value on the page. What I mean is, don't make it more difficult than it has to be. Here's another one. If you are unable to eliminate any answer on a 4-answer question, choose the third answer. Experience has shown that it has a better than 25% chance of being the correct answer. Don't ask me why. That's research for you. And now finally, when all else fails, choose the alternative that makes the best sentence when added to the open-ended question. I don't know why it is, but some things just sound righter. Look for subject-verb agreement. Fall back on grammar. If it doesn't fit, that's not the other half of the statement. Listen for the instructor's quirks of language. We all speak in different ways. If it sounds like something your teacher would have said, that's probably the right one. And choose the longer answer. The instructor may have, and often does, use more words to make the answer precise, thus the most correct. And last of all, please do remember, none of these rules works every time. So use them only if you have to. You're better off to know the right answers. And with any other questions and concerns you have, feel free to call us at Overlook Tutorial Academy. Have a nice day.